Okay, so this one we seem to have some different rules, a different setup for this one, so there are some hasty defenses. We'll see what exactly that means, I guess. Let's see here. I mean, that can be useful. Oh, this is actually a really good card to have in our opening hand. So, you know what, it's gonna we'll replace this, and you know what, I'm gonna keep that one, just see how useful that might end up being. Alright, so kind of interesting combo. Maybe we can give 2 attack to something. Okay, so let's see here. What does this guy do? To a random enemy. Well, that's kind of a bummer. Huh. Because if we put this out, it could kill that guy right away. So that is definitely a bummer. I mean, we could deal 1 damage and go ahead and get rid of that guy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this might be alright. You know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and get this out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was actually really dumb. Because now this guy would have to deal 2 damage to somebody. Oh, wow. I am already feeling stupid. So, I don't know. Let's go ahead with it and see how it goes.
What are your intentions?
Huh, so I like this guy here. He has basically a shield where he can stop the first damage. So if we put him over here and then maybe summon this guy next turn to go ahead and give him a boost, I think that could be a pretty good deal. So you see this guy has the ward over here also.
This day is mine.
Alright, so we've got a 2/4 guard. Okay. But we can go ahead and deal 1 damage to all other creatures in this lane. That's not necessarily going to be good, but if we give this guy +2, then he can go ahead and take this guy out, which will be beneficial. And then, you know what? I think I am going to go ahead and use this elixir and use this to get rid of that thing, and then get another one of these guys. Alright, yeah, I'm okay with that.
Do not vex me.
The watch is mine. The watch is mine.
Okay. So at least we can destroy this guy. So that's pretty good. You know what? I might even want to put another lethal back there with these guys, so we can get through this here. Yeah, I'm not really sure why he's not choosing to attack with that guy at all. That's a good question. So, but we could put lethal behind this taunt here, so that we can use this on maybe a big creature that comes into this lane. And then this will go ahead and get rid of that guard guy, which is pretty good. And yeah, you know what? Let's go with that. We'll see how this goes.
Don't make trouble, knave.
Okay, so 3/4, that's kind of a bummer. And that guy has regenerate. Yeah, I don't know if we really have a way of getting rid of this stuff here. So this guy's just going to go back to full health. I mean, we could hit this guy, but I'm worried about who that's going to hit. So you know what, we're just going to go, I think, face over here on this side.
Confound you.
See if they play anything here, if that's a prophecy card. And it is a prophecy card. Wow, so that's a bummer. So obviously I didn't play it over here where this lethal would be able to take it out. So if we play our lethal creature over here, yeah, we'll be able to use that to even take that out as long as it survives and doesn't die to a spell or something like that. So why don't we go ahead and do that? And yeah, I don't think we're going to play anything else right now. And this guy really isn't going to do us much good. I mean, he could do 2 damage to that, but you know what? We're just not going to bother attacking with him right now.
I said no trouble.
Well, that's pretty good. Alright. Wow, so they've got a ton of stuff up here. But it looks like we'll be able to go ahead and take this out. And then, oh, almost played the wrong one. So we can use one of our mana here in order to give +5 to this guy in order to take this one out. There we go. Okay, that worked out pretty well. And then over here, this guy's still just sitting here, so if that guy keeps sitting there, and now they only have 3 damage over there, then we seem to be in alright shape, especially because this guy might potentially take out anything big that comes out over here. So we'll see how that goes.
I say no trouble.
Okay, so what do we got here? Alright, so they did not have more health than us, so that's nice. Summon give a creature +2. Alright, so who do we want? So we can take both of these out. So we can take damage to this guy. Yeah, you know what? I think I want to keep our lethal creature alive as long as possible, so we're going to use our lethal creature on this here. And then go ahead and put a guard out here. Yeah, I kind of like that. And this guy has guard. You know what? I might not play anything else right now. And then let's go ahead and pop this and give it to our guard creature over here. I think that'll work pretty well and protect him from maybe getting taken out by that. And let's go ahead and pop the yeah, we're definitely going to pop one rune. We're going to pop another one here now too. Alright, so we seem to be in pretty good shape. So I feel like I made some mistakes early in this one, but based on what we have right now, I am alright with how things are going. Alright, so they have a guard up there. They have another guard up there. That's kind of a bummer. Okay, interesting. So, let's see here. Now we could give... So let's go ahead and give 2 to this guy. And then some breakthrough as well. So let's go ahead and yeah, take some stuff out here. And then let's see here. And then we should have enough. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I didn't realize that we had lethal already. We didn't need to be too worried about it. So there we go. So that actually went pretty well. I hadn't played the game in a few days, and then here we have the daily quests. We did some stuff on there. So yeah, I was a little bit worried that that wasn't going to go well. I felt like I was making some mistakes early, but it still worked out alright. So here we get to pick a card. So what do we want? You summon another creature in this lane, give it ward. Ooh. I mean, that's kind of high cost for the stats, but that's a pretty good ability. Summon, draw a steel dagger. So what is a steel dagger? +1. 1 cost item. Equips an item, it gets +1/+1. So you get a steel dagger and then can potentially play it that turn, which would turn him into... So he'd get +2, so a 5/5 for 4. Okay. Well, for 5 technically. I don't know about that. I mean, it's not bad. You could use the dagger somewhere else too. Well, you have 7 or more magicka. Oh, it gets +2/+2 in guard. This can be a really good late game card for pretty low cost. I do think this ability is pretty interesting though. I like giving stuff ward. I mean, this is alright, but I think I'm kind of deciding between these two. So this is good when we know we're going to play other stuff. You know what? I'm going to go with this one. I think it's an interesting ability, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so that's the card we've chosen, and I seem to be kind of hoping that the blue decks are going to play a little bit slower. So we're going to go ahead with the other blue combination we have here and try to take that one out and see how it goes. Not that this deck is like super aggro, but I don't know, we've done pretty well so far playing decks that have the blue in it so far. So we'll see how this game goes. Alright. Ooh, extra Magicka. Okay. Interesting. So there's the Orcs have Breakthrough. Well, this could be a good combination. At the end of your turn. I mean, that's alright, but I think we're going to go ahead and replace that one. Okay. This card's kind of fun. So... do we want to... oh, okay, so we're starting with 2 already. So yeah, let's go ahead and play this, and then we'll play it over here just in case they have a charge creature, and then next turn we can play a mana and get this guy out and get a bonus for it. Alright, so that guy is definitely getting buffed up, which is kind of a bad thing. So what lane do we want to play this guy in? If we play him over here, this is potentially going to trade for both of those guys. And 1 damage will only bring us up to 4 on that creature, so that's not necessarily great. Oh yeah, we got to use a Magicka though. So yeah, they don't have to be in the same lane, so we'll go ahead and play this guy over here and attack face, so we're, you know, yeah, this guy's most likely to take this guy out, but we're threatening over here. Okay. We'll see if that works out. Oh, so use a spell. Okay. So this guy would definitely die to him over here anyways, so I think we're going to play this guy. And then, you know, whatever we summon next turn, if we summon something to that lane, we're in good shape, and we've got 8 damage on the board. They're 3 right now, and they're going to play, but yeah, I think this is going alright. Oh. Okay. So that guy has definitely gone down a little bit, but it won't die to this one. Ooh. Nice. So we can summon. Can we summon 2 creatures? Yes, we can. So we can plop this guy down here and give it ward. And then we can give a creature guard. So let's pop that down over here and give the 4/1 guard, I think. Pretty high attack. Alright. Yeah. So this creature has the ward and guard. So overall, I'd say that worked out pretty well. Let's attack with the 6th first. See what happens. See if they're able to play a prophecy card. They are. Shackle any creature. Okay. Well, it would have made more sense to shackle that guy, but alright. Although they do have 2 creatures out. I mean, they can get through here if they want, but if they're going to have to trade both of those creatures into this 2-cost guy, then I'd say that worked out pretty well. Okay, so shackling that guy's kind of a bummer. Alright, so they're going to trade both those creatures in. But they've still got 5 damage on the board, and we've got a decent amount. Alright, well, 7 damage. Alright, so guarding that lane isn't really going to make too much of a bigger difference. So, from your discard pile, other friendly works, yeah. So we're only going to buff this guy if we play him, but that seems pretty good. You know what, I think we're just going to not worry about that other lane right now. And, yeah, just keep going. So yeah, this guy can't attack, which is kind of a bummer. But, so it looks like, yeah, they have it while this guy's alive. So we're not going to deal a ton of damage this turn. Let's see, we have 1 mana. We could... I'm just trying to think. We could get this guy out. It might be worthwhile. You know what? Yeah, we're going to do it. We're going to go ahead and spend the mana and get this guy out on this side. So he's going to be able to be attacked, but he'll be set up, and then he's getting the bonus from that. And friendly works in that lane have breakthrough. Okay, so not a prophecy card, but that's alright. Wow, they are super shackly. Okay. Alright, so we are pretty low. We're at 12. So let's think about what we can do on this turn. So we can definitely give this guy +2 to take that guy out. That works out pretty well. Or, oh yeah, we can just destroy that guy, and then with that, and we can also play this boost. Yeah, that should work out pretty well. So we're gonna go ahead and buff this guy up. We'll deal 6. Hopefully they won't get like a big taunt or something over here or destroy all of our creatures or something crazy. Alright, so they did get a guard up. However, 3 damage, 3 damage, 2 damage. We have exactly enough to get through. So I was a little bit worried about that for a second. I'm like, oh no, or is this going to go badly? But we were able to get through. So there we go. We're rolling pretty well so far. So we're 3-0 so far. We've taken out all the blue stuff. We're moving up on both of those. And let's pick a card. And I think we'll probably do one more game for this this video, maybe 2. They seem to be going pretty quickly. So activate. Give a creature +4/+4, but 8 cost. Okay. I mean, that's really nice. Oh, Lucian. I love Lucian. He's part of probably my favorite storyline / side storyline in the Elder Scrolls. Let's see here. Summon 1/1 skeletons to fill this lane. Other friendly undead. Yeah, we don't really have an undead deck. This could be kind of cool, but... so what is your ability? When another friendly creature attacks and destroys a creature, give it... Okay. Not really sure. I actually don't like this for our deck. This is really high cost, and this could be good. But you know what? I think I might go with this. This could be one of these things, you know, late in the game that gives us the combat trick or something that we need in order to win it or finish it off. I mean, this is really cool, though. So what? Give it +2/+2. So I'm assuming we're giving the creature that killed another creature. So when we trade, nothing's going to happen. It has to actually survive. It is a pretty neat ability, but you know what? I'm going to go with this for some late game push in case we need it. It could be a bad decision, but we'll see. Alright, what do we want to go after next? I've been kind of... let's see here. Let's go against the Argonian here, see how that goes. And hopefully it'll keep going as well as things have been going so far. From what I've seen, even if we get through all these other ones, the final boss is going to be substantially tougher too. So I guess we will find out as we go. Let's see here. So that gets a bonus. That could be good. Playing this and then that on turn 1 and 2. And really, this is not a bad 4-drop. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and keep this hand and see how it goes. So we're going to play this guy first. And, yeah, why not? We'll play him over to the Shadow Lane. And then, even with only one other creature out, 3/3 for 2, I am alright with that. I don't really see... I could... Yeah, you know what? Is it for enemy creatures or for creatures in this lane? Yeah, actually, I'm going to wait to play that. So we'll get another attack on that creature when we play it next turn, or we can just maybe play Heavy Battle Axe next turn and then play that later. Or we could play the lethal guy over here, so that has lethal, which is kind of a bummer. Maybe we would just want to give 4 attack to the guy with the barrier. That seems like an alright idea. We can just go super aggro here, maybe. Or, you know what? We're going to save the mana, I think. We could play down a lethal creature in case something big comes out here. Huh, lots of choices, lots of choices. You know what? We're going to go with this, save our mana, give some more damage to the guy with that, and then seems like our opponents are getting... Okay, they're putting it over there, though.
Taste of my power.
You know, I don't like that they have 6 damage out there, but we have a lot more damage out here right now. And then we can play this next turn and maybe just try to rush our opponent down. Alright. Well, bummer. So I'm bummed they were able to get that. I really like that card actually with charge and drain. So they were able to get 2 health back, but it did kill the creature, which is alright. So we could, let's see here. Actually, we could play the guy with charge, and then this guy as well out in this lane and fill that lane up, and then maybe play this next turn. Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to do that. So we're going to have a lot of high attack over here, and hopefully they don't have like a lane clear or anything like that. Either way, we're going to, well, this guy isn't going to break the ward. We'll do that. That will break the ward. And then in case they get out like a big taunt or something, we'll have the 4 damage guy with the shield there to, go against it. But that didn't happen. They did get a prop. Wow, the computer seems to be getting a lot of prophecy cards out there. And why did they put it over there? I mean, unless they have some sort of lane or whatever, it seems like the AI maybe might want to make some different choices there. Okay. Interesting. And so, can we win this next turn, maybe? So we're going to have 5 mana, so we can't boost to play the 7 mana guy and give +5 damage, which would be nice. Alright, so they did get a pretty big guy out there. How do we want to do this? So 4... We could do 4 and 2 to finish it off, and then give a bunch of attack to another one of our guys, and hope to finish them off next turn, because I'm not worried over here that we're going to die next turn. So why don't we do that? We'll go ahead, 4 and 2, and then go ahead and give a big buff to that guy. And we don't have anything else we can play, so let's deal 1, deal 7, and we should be in pretty good shape to do lethal next turn. I mean, heck, if that guy survives and we can get through any taunts or whatever that might come up. If there's anything that comes up. Okay, shackle. Alright, so I'm going to shackle that guy. Okay. However, okay, so this would be really bad. However, yeah, because we have our 1 extra mana here, we can play out the guy that's going to give us 5 attack, which has worked out really well for us so far. So, let's see here. Do we want to do as much attack as possible first? So, yeah, let's go ahead and use the mana, get this guy out, and then really, really hope that they don't stop this last guy. Oh, wait a minute. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that was enough. But yeah, for some reason I was thinking we needed that damage. I was not doing maths correctly. So there we go. Alright, so we completed playing 15 creatures in the shadow lane. And you know what? Things are rolling along pretty well. Games are going pretty quick. Why don't we... okay, there we go. So this is completing our quest for getting level up. Okay. So what do you level up to? Okay, we don't get a choice for this card. Drain 2. Huh. Pretty cool. If you keep that creature alive, it could get really powerful. Some more gold here. That's enough for a pack. That's nice. And then, let's see here, and an actual pack. So let's go ahead and open that up. So if you haven't seen this animation, you get to see what this looks like. Alright. We've seen that before. Destroy a creature. Okay, 2/2 with Guardian. Yeah, I've played that card before. I like it. That card, Aaron, and he can be pretty useful. Okay, +3 attack. Oh, there's that charge drain card we were talking about. And you can deal 3 damage to all creatures. 6 costs, though. That's pretty high cost. I wonder if maybe the mana cost goes down when you upgrade that one or something. I mean, it can be useful that, there are decks that would like to have cards like that. So let's go ahead and continue with the solo arena. And what do we want? I mean, this card can be kind of fun. I like drawing a card, maybe finishing off a creature. This is kind of fun if you get it in your opening hand. I mean, it's a very aggro card. And well equipped with an item. We didn't really do heavy item stuff. So kind of between the Imp and the Rapid Shot, I like drawing... I like Rapid Shot. I mean, this can be really useful, though. But, I'm going to go with the Rapid Shot. I've been enjoying using that card. There's a warrior card in Hearthstone somewhat similar to that. You just get a 2/2 instead of drawing a card that I like to play as well. Alright, so everything left has red in it, but there's 2 red greens. Interesting. I wonder if there's something difficult about them. So, I don't know. Let's go up against one of them and see how it goes. I think this will be the last game for this video, and we'll see how it goes. So I feel like things are going pretty well so far. And, you know, it'd be great if we can get to the final boss. Ooh, okay. So I like that there are different rules in these, actually. I don't think the multiplayer arena does stuff like this ever. So, wow, we definitely don't want this. I mean, this could be great if we have another orc, but we don't know if we're going to have that. And, I mean, this can be useful, but I'd rather know the situation better. You know what, I think I'm just going to redraw everything. Yeah, we'll see. Don't know if that's a good decision. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Alright, so... that's not great. So we can't play anything turn 1. And that... +1 attack thing is already helping out our opponent. Alright, they didn't play anything turn 2, so that's good. Nice. Let's definitely play this guy and get rid of that guy, because that is a useful thing. Alright, I'm okay with that. Alright, so is he going to finish off, or hit? Okay, he hits us, which I'm not surprised by. Alright, we do have another friendly orc, so let's go ahead and use one of our mana and plop this guy down. And we definitely want to finish off this guy before they can keep doing more stuff to us. But yeah, we have a 7/5. That's pretty good unless our opponent finds a way to deal with that. Well, didn't kill it. And we don't have any other like ogres or anything to play right now. So, I think we'll play this later. I think we'll play, you know what, let's play this guy, actually. And then on our next turn, assuming that that creature survives, we'll be able to play this. And then, they will both get guard, which will... okay, for a second I was like, oh, please don't die. Then both creatures will get guard, which will be fantastic.
Who goes there? I live to serve.
Well, they have guard, sorry. Oh, they don't get? Oh, I didn't read what this creature does. Silence a creature and deal 1 damage to it. That's still alright, though. I mean, that's still a guard to block this character if they can't get through it. So it is a real bummer that that is silenced. Let's see here. We could use our last mana to get this out. But, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. I want to save that last mana in case we need it for something important. So, I mean, we're doing alright. Yeah, we'll end turn.
The day is mine.
The forest is my strength and my courage.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's not good. Alright, so we could definitely play a lethal over here to kill that, which might be useful. We do not have a friendly orc. What else do we want to do? So we have 6 mana. Dealing 1 isn't necessarily going to make a big difference. So yeah, let's play you over here to potentially get rid of that 6/4. Go ahead and take you out, and with 5 mana, I'm also a little bit worried about our health. So, you know, we're going to play this guy over here as well, and maybe even save our lethal depending on what our opponent plays. Yeah, I think we'll go with that.
Bondar, curse you!
No! Yeah, I was worried that something like that is going to happen. Huh. Well... oh boy. Okay, so this is not good. not good at all. We don't have a real way of getting rid of stuff. So guard. I mean, getting a guard creature out is good.
Close ranks, let nothing through.
So we're gonna do that, and we're gonna get a lethal creature out here. And oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, this is kind of tricky. Yeah, we're kind of in bad shape. I mean, we definitely have card advantage, and that can be a big deal. So we'll see what happens here. Oh my gosh. That dealing 1 damage stuff is kind of wrecking us. Kind of wrecking us. Okay. And we can't use this. And we don't have a friendly orc. So, my goodness. Alright, so that'll leave us with 1 mana. We can add 1 more to play this. I think we're just going to use Rapid Shot and not draw the card to kill that thing off. That seems like a wise thing to do. And, I mean, we could play the 5/5 over there. Yeah, they have no cards. I mean, it's entirely possible that they're going to draw something else to give 1 damage, but why not play the 5/5 that can kill that and then deal a bunch of damage? So we're actually ahead in damage now. They drew 2, though, so we're not as ahead in the card advantage anymore. But now, you know, we've got...
For the grave.
Alright, well, we can definitely use Stone Throw on somebody if we want to, because they are coming... Wow! They are coming at us hard. Okay. So this has got to die, because that can do 8 to us. We don't seem to have another way of dealing. We still only have 1 orc. This, however, this will deal with... Yes, yes, yes. So we can play this, and that'll deal with that 4/1. And we can play Stone's Throw to deal with that guy that can do a bunch of damage. So now they only have 4 damage on the board, no cards in hand, although they're going to draw... or maybe not draw, actually, now that I think about it. Let's play this... We'll play it over here. And... I mean, I could use the coin to get that out again, but you know what? I'm going to hold off right now. So he's going to have to kill this, I would imagine. Yeah. So can we do lethal? So we've got 6, 7, 8. We need 3 more damage. And yeah, we don't really have that. However, we can play this guy.
Been too long since I've embraced my rage.
Nice. Okay, so how much to play both of these? We would need 7. So we can't do that. Charge. So let's see here. That's... So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we get... Yes, we do. The bonus damage. Okay, great. So we'll see if... what this card does.
My arrows shall fly true.
Alright, but that's not going to... Yeah, that's not going to stop us, though. Or wait, I did maths poorly again, didn't I? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I forget this guy can attack. Alright, there we go. So we did it. We're doing alright so far. We have not lost the game yet. They haven't been too difficult. And like I said, my understanding is the boss is substantially more difficult. But oh, and we finished that off. So there we go. Things are going pretty well so far. We are down to, let's see how many more we have left. First we gotta, yeah, I don't want the Enraged Mud Crab. That's pretty good for one. We do have heavier... So this guy, 3/3 for 3, +3 in breakthrough if the top card is red. And it seems like we've got more red than purple in this deck. So, I mean, this card's pretty solid for one. But this is one of these, like... We probably have a better than 50% chance of getting a really good card for 3. I do like the combat tricks, but you know what? We're going to go with this guy. It sounds like a fun thing to do. So there we go. So how far are we? We have 3 opponents and the boss left. So I figure if we do another video finishing this off, we'll probably finish it off at that point, and whether we win or lose, although it could be lengthier if we end up losing some matches. And like I said, I think that's going to be, even if we make it through these 3, much more likely against the boss. But hopefully you guys enjoyed seeing more of the solo arena, and thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.